Kids these days can't do anything. That's what we constantly hear on TikTok, on Instagram, online, everywhere. Kids these days can't do anything like I could when I was their age. I knew how to dial a phone and talk to someone. I knew how to make a basic sandwich. I knew how to tie my shoes when I was their age. But we're taking away the opportunities to learn these things. I took my son shoe shopping yesterday for back to school. He is 8 and he desperately wanted shoes to learn how to tie. He doesn't know how to tie his shoes. He's never had to because every pair of shoes we've ever bought for him was a slip-on pair. There were plenty to choose from. Plenty of slip-on pairs, plenty of Velcro. He really wanted tie shoes. I said, perfect, let's find some. Every pair we picked up had 2 pairs, the little kid version and the big kid version. The little kid version had elastic and Velcro and slip-on, and the big kid version had a tie. The big kid version started a size bigger than what my son wears. So my son's 8, and he's going into 3rd grade, and he wears a size 2.5 to 3. There was not a single pair of tie shoes in the entire store for any size under 4. We did end up buying him a pair of 4s. They're too big, but he insisted because he wanted to learn. And this is the issue that we have, is that kids don't learn these things because they don't need to learn them. Or even if I had taught him 3 years ago, he didn't have any opportunity to use that in the real world because there's not a single pair of shoes at the shoe store in his size that required a tie. I'm sure I could have special ordered them. I'm sure they exist. But why do I have to go through this major extra effort to get a pair of shoes for him to tie when it's all about convenience, right? It's more convenient for parents to just buy shoes that kids can slip on. What does this mean for the bigger world of learning skills? Kids aren't learning the skills not because they don't want to learn them, not because they're lazy. It's not that parents aren't teaching them. Parents are teaching skills. They're just not teaching skills that aren't needed on a daily basis. Tying shoes is a great example of something that for many kids isn't used or can't be used on a daily basis. But I can tell you a whole bunch of other things that he can do that I wasn't able to do at his age. It's important to really think about what skills do the kids need to learn, at what age, when is it useful, and then building around that instead of just ranting and raving that things aren't the way they used to be.